Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this 3-2-1 bracelet, and this was designed by Hammerberg Eva on Instagram. I'll have her name in the description box below, and I'll bring up her Instagram profile here in just a second. But first I want to talk about a few things. So I am still pretty sick. I've been sick for a little while, so please excuse any coughing or sniffles or anything in the video. And my voice is going to sound a little bit weird because my nose is kind of stuffed and I'm losing my voice anyway, so if the video sounds weird, that's probably why. But yeah, let me bring up her profile. So it is Hammerberg Eva, spelled like this. I'll have her name in the description box below, but for now, you can just look at her Instagram account, and if you like, you can go check her out on Instagram, like her photos, and give her a follow for me, and we will go ahead and get started. So first thing you're going to want is a hook. You really only need one side of a hook. It can be a crochet hook or a rainbow loom hook, it doesn't really matter. You're also going to want to start with a single chain, so I'm using the same single chain color, which is this moon band. And then for this next layer, I'll be using blue cobalt for the sweets blue. And then for the next layer, which is the hot pink and ocean pearl, I'll be using ocean blue. And then for the very outside, which is black, I'll be using white. So I'm only going to show you how to make one side of the bracelet today because it is pretty wide and I can't really go very long talking, so we'll see how this goes. To start, you're going to take your single chain. If you don't have one of those, go ahead and pause and make one. You're going to stick your hook through one side of the cap band, and you're going to take 3 of your blue bands, or your blue cobalt bands, and you're going to just loop all 3 of them on like a single chain. So just pulling one through the next. And then what you're going to do is go up into this next chain, and instead of grabbing this band here that's closest to the hook, you're going to actually grab the other band. So grab the band from the opposite side and pull it through. Then to start the process, this is going to be a little bit tricky, so make sure to pay attention. You pretty much just have to remember the 3 steps. So this first band is going to go through only the first loop on your hook. The second band is going to go through the first 3 loops on your hook. And the third band is going to go through the rest of the bands on your hook. You're going to go up into the next chain. You're going to grab that opposite band. Make sure you don't skip any chains when you do this. You're going to grab 3 more bands. You'll take your first blue through that first loop. It's going to be your only moon band on your hook. Sorry. And you're going to take your next band, you're going to pull it through the first 3, and then you're going to take your last band and pull it through all 3. So it's going to look like this. And you're going to continue this going all the way up. So grab that opposite band and pull it through. Take 3 of your blue bands, pull this first one through just that first loop, the second one through the first 3 loops, and the third one through all 3 loops. I'll show you one last time because I'm reaching the end of my chain here. Go ahead and pull the opposite side over. Take 3 bands. Your first one will go through that first loop, second one will go through the first 3, and the third one will go through all 3. Then once you're at this point, you'll go ahead and grab this C-clipped band, stick that on your hook, and take the clip off. You're going to pull a blue band through those 4 loops, and then when you complete the other side, you're going to pull the other 2 blue loops into this band as well. So then you'll re-clip this. Sorry. And this is what your bracelet will look like. And then when you do the other side, and you're going to want to make sure that you do grab those opposite bands, and they're going to be a little bit more tricky to grab, but they should just be kind of laying right there. Just pick them out, I guess. So now, geez, I'm going to show you how to do this next border here. What you're going to do is stick your hook through, and you're going to grab, for the first part, you're just going to grab this top band here, and you're going to grab 2 of your blue bands, and you're going to loop them on like a single chain, and that's only for the first part. Now this is the part that gets really tricky, so just make sure to pay really close attention. You're going to stick your hook underneath or in between these 2 bands right here. You're going to stick it underneath of this band here, which is the bottom loop of this other band, and you're going to grab this top loop of that band that's attached to your single chain, and you're going to pull that through and basically just pull it out. Take 2 of your blue bands. Your first one will go through the first 2 loops, and your second one will go through all 3 of those remaining loops on your hook. Then you'll go up to the next part. Again, you're going to pull this band. You're going to go underneath of this band as well, this bottom loop. You're actually going to grab the top loop. This is the loop that you want to keep on your hook. You're going to push those other 2 kind of over top and over the end of the hook. Grab your 2 blue bands. Your first one will go through the first 2 loops, and the second one will go through all 3 of those loops. Then, again, stick your hook through this first band, which should be kind of loose. You're just going to stick your hook right there, underneath of this next bottom chain, and you're going to grab the top chain and pull it out. Pull your first band through the first 2 loops, and your second band through all 3 loops, and you're going to continue that. So I'm going to show you one last time. Stick your hook underneath of this one and underneath of this one, and as you get to the top of the hook, it's going to look a little bit weird because this third band will be right here, and pull those out. Stick or grab your bands, pull that through the first 2, and then through all 3. Then you're going to grab that clipped band on your hook and take 1 band, pull it through those 4 loops, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. So when you loop up this other blue side, you'll put that inside of there as well. Then we're going to do the last border, and this bottom part is going to get stretched out a little bit, so you can always adjust it, and when you do the other side it will like tighten up, so just don't worry about that if you're doing one side at a time. But anyway, now what you're going to do is you're going to grab this, you're going to go inside of this blue loop here, and you're going to grab this top band and pull that out, then take a white band and pull it through. You're going to go up to the next one, grab this blue band, pull it out, and pull a white band through those 3 loops. Go inside, grab this top loop and pull it out, and put a white band through all 3. So this part is pretty simple. Going to do this all the way up to the end of your bracelet. And then once you get to the end, again, you're going to pull those 2 C-clipped bands onto your hook, and take 1 last band and pull it through those 4 loops. And again, when you do the other side, you'll pull the other white loop into this band as well, and clip. If I can get the C-clip to work, there we go. So this is what it's going to look like, and depending on the bands you use, it might be a little bit more loose or less loose, but that's what it should look like. So you can always pull on your bands or adjust them, and again, don't worry about this bottom part. As soon as you do the other side, it'll kind of switch over and come tighter, so that the bottom is really secure, I guess. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have Hammerberg Eva's name in the description box below. Make sure to check her out on Instagram, give her a follow for me, but for now, that is going to do it for this video, and I hope to see you next time.